Now, I find it pretty strange how nobody really gives that much of a shit about the magical girl anime genre throughout the world, despite it still being pretty popular in Japan, the literal birthplace of anime. The most popular magical girl anime, Sailor Moon, I think everyone's heard of, aired in North America around the 90s, and it ended up being a lot of people's first introduction to magical girls and anime in general. While the show itself was extremely popular, down the road it just kind of feels like the genre itself didn't really stick in North America and like around the world. The Mahou Shoujo genre, also known as magical girl genre, has been a staple in anime's history dating all the way back to 1953 with the legendary man Osamu Tezuka, who's commonly referred to as the god of manga and is probably most recognized for his work Astro Boy. He created a manga named Princess Knight, which kind of paved the way for a lot of other magical girl mangas to follow. Now, the genre traditionally centers around young girls who possess magical abilities which they use for friendship, helping others, and fighting evil monsters. Now, if that's summary, you could probably figure out yourself why the genre is not too well received around the world. Cause it centers around women. No, not funny? On Women's History Month? I was kidding, man. I'm just kidding.
My bad. That's my fault.
Honestly, it's not really too surprising if you think about why the magical girl genre has declined in popularity. You just have to think to yourself, man, what has been popular in anime for the last couple of years? Time's up. Story-driven plots, alright? Take Demon Slayer for example. Trust me, I am a fan, but let's be real, Demon Slayer's base concept and story really isn't anything out of this world. In my opinion, it's not really too unique, it's people fighting demons. But the way it's executed is what makes it so successful. They turn a simple demons versus humans anime trope into a highly enjoyable story. It is a well-done, story-driven plot. The same could go for a show like Monster. It's a show with 86 episodes about literally trying to kill one guy. But the way it's executed makes me literally consider Monster to be an actual masterpiece. My point is, as long as you can execute a simple story pretty well, it can become extremely popular. People want a show with the overarching story nowadays, and while most magical girl animes feature some type of story, they're usually episodic. A collection of separate stories loosely connected by a theme or one or more central reoccurring characters. An example of this would be like Pokemon. Every episode's mini adventure with Team Rocket fucking with Ash, then the same sort of plot each episode. Ash adventures, Team Rocket messes with them, they blast off or some shit, then everyone makes out. Sure, they throw in some gym leader episodes or a special episode here and there, but for the most part, that sums up Pokemon's formula pretty well. Despite this genre not really being my thing, I've come to enjoy some of the shows renowned within it, such as Sailor Moon or Kill la Kill, as they've taken different approaches to the storytelling within the magical girl genre. Throughout the years, the genre has transformed into different subgenres with various takes on the magical girl concept. Originally, the things that you'd probably think of when you thought of the magical girl genre are like friendship, adorable girls, frilly dresses, magical powers, happiness. But what if I told you there was murder in a magical girl anime? No, surely it couldn't, right? Surely not. Torture. No. Betrayal. How could these ideas fit in such a lighthearted genre? Presenting Madoka Magica. The first moments of the show throw into complete confusion. What's going on? What is this strange world? Who's that girl fighting? Why is the city destroyed? What is this creepy animal, and why is it asking me to make a contract? Many questions will and should fill your mind, and you will slowly realize that this isn't your average magical girl anime. There's something that appears very ominous about this show from the get-go, and that feeling's not really going to leave you for the entirety of the show. In my opinion, I'd say the first moments are arguably the most important in the show, because after creating all these questions in your mind, the show just ignores it and begins as if nothing ever happened. So while the show may carry on and act like nothing ever happened, in the back of your head you're still gonna wonder, the fuck was going on back there? So like I talked about other popular shows taking different interpretations of the magical girl genre, Madoka Magica takes on a unique form referred to as deconstruction. This concept delves into the dark side of this world where magical girls are forced to take on evil witches in terrifying realms and reveals the psychological effects it induces on them. A complete 180 of the original genre's intent. The main character, Madoka, is an average 8th grade girl who, despite being shy and introverted, is pretty happy with her life. She has a great family, good friends, her life is almost picture perfect. Her class is then introduced to the new transfer student who you'll notice looks strangely familiar. After school, Madoka and her friend Sayaka take a trip to the mall and encounter a little shit creature we come to learn as Kyubei. But he is not alone, he is being chased by the transfer student Homura Akemi. The two girls protect and plead for Homura to not kill Kyubei, and as a reward he offers Madoka and Sayaka a deal, or more rather a contract. In exchange for becoming magical girls, Kyubei could make any wish they want come true. The transfer student warns the two to not get involved in the world of magical girls, but her warnings end up going unheard, and Madoka's introduced and dragged into the dark world of witches and magic. Now, while the transfer student warns how dangerous the magical girl world is, you're kinda just like, you're just bullshitting. You will not truly understand how sinister it is until you finally see a magical girl die. Then you're just like, damn. This shit for real. Now, it's pretty hard to explain the show without spoiling anything, so I'm just gonna leave it at that for the story, but take my word for it. The story is very interesting. It will start a bit slow, but just wait till episode 3, alright? Episode 3 is where shit starts to get poppin', man. The show's writing and pacing is something that does the mysterious and psychological genre extremely well. The show contains amazing foreshadowing, with some of it being subtle while others being pretty obvious. They find a good balance between the two to keep viewers on the edge of their seat while also not treating us like fucking cavemen. Like, it's not too much to the point where you can figure out everything what's going to happen, but it's enough to keep you interested while still understanding what's going on. Every scene truly feels important in this show, and if you don't pay attention, it's easy to skip past certain interactions or conversations without realizing the true intent of why the author put in there. Like, I think in my second watch of the show, simple conversations that may have seemed superficial the first time I watched, I kind of felt like they had deeper meanings to them after the second watch. And this plays in part with how real and believable the characters do feel in the show. I actually understand why each character would do the shit that they do at some points, and I was like, damn, if I was in that situation, I might do the same shit. Like, they feel real, like actual humans. The animation, art, and music also work hand in hand in intensifying the dark atmosphere of the show while keeping it really fresh and unique. The art and animation is also done by Shaft. If you're not familiar with those people, they have a high reputation and are known for their unique work, such as the Monogatari series. As expected, Madoka Magica feels like a literal one-of-a-kind show. I can confidently tell you that there is not another anime that I've seen that looks remotely similar to this one. The art's unique, and my all-time personal highlights of the show are the magical girl transformations, which are a staple in the genre itself, and the art created to illustrate the witches' realms. I literally have no way to really describe it in words because each witch realms is so unique, so I'm just gonna play a little clip.
Where'd the exit go? Where are we? I don't like this place. Everything keeps changing. Oh crap! What the heck's going on? There's something over there! Right? I'm stuck in a bad dream, but I am dreaming, right? Right, Madoka? Yeah, Schneider, see, Hunter!
If I had to describe it in words, I'd say the realms sort of look like something out of like a little kid's nightmare, which fits the atmosphere of the show perfectly and works well with the cutesy artwork. Madoka Magica features many tense and emotional scenes, and the music does an excellent job of enhancing it. Every song really feels fitting for each scene, and it doesn't just feel like they're playing some shit in the background just to kinda have it in the background. And it's not that it just fits, but the music just sounds really good in this show. If you check out a lot of reviews on Madoka Magica, there is always one common feature that each one will always include, and it's how good the soundtrack is for this show. The future me editing this right now is probably going to end up using some of the songs for this video. Madoka Magica is a one-of-a-kind show, and I do recommend everyone watching this video to go give it a try, even if you're not into magical girl animes, because I'm not, and I thought it was pretty good. I think that's it for this review. It's been Routemeadow. Bye bye. Just kidding, I'm back. I know it has been a really long time, but I've been busy, believe it or not. I'll try and keep my videos more consistent, to be honest, because I've had a really long break, but if you do want to still watch a little bit more Routemeadow, I'm going to start streaming on Twitch, so check that out, man. Don't miss the streams. But yeah, catch you later, though. Thanks for all the support. I know we hit like 400 subs not too long ago, so I appreciate it. Bye-bye.